Yeah, I'm being bad, guys. I definitely need a cigarette today. So I apologize. I need to turn off all notifications for right now. All right, here we go. The emergency room. Let's start there. They were awesome. So kind, so gentle. He went in, he was white as a ghost. Um, he had lost so much blood from his prostate that um, it was affecting everything. We got to the. I was going to take him to the emergency room. I was pulled up in front of the door, and he sort of got upset with me. He said he wanted to go for his Keytruda and iron for his cancer. I said, "Look, you need to go to the hospital." And he says, "Look, I want to go get my treatment." So that's what happened. So I drove him over to get his treatment against my better judgment. We got there and he couldn't get out of the car. And I motioned to the nurse at the door because they're taking everybody's temperature. Hey, Kobe, they're taking everybody's temperature at oncology before you walk in. I said, I need help. So they got a couple of nurses and they put their arms around him. And the one grabbed the wheelchair. And before they could even get him halfway out of the car, hey, Bill, um, I said he's going. He's going to collapse right now. How do you, and I did, before they even got, how do you know, out of their mouths, down he went. So, um, and he collapsed. He started shaking. They called his oncologist out and he did, checked him. They called an ambulance and they took him less than 100 feet, 200 feet to the emergency room. Seriously, by ambulance. The fire truck came first and assessed him and asked all the questions, and I answered them. Thank you, Virginia. I definitely need those right now. So they assessed him. Then they had the ambulance show up. Then they took him about 100 feet to the emergency room. He went into the emergency room. They have it on record that I'm supposed to be there with him. So they rushed me back with him, and I answered all questions they needed. And then we sat. They did a blood count. They said he needs a transfusion. I said, do it. Get it to him. Okay, so they did the transfusion and they started it. Okay, they said, we've got to admit him. I said, do it. So they admitted him. He's up in the room now. No, nobody's here to keep me company. My granddaughter just left. She came and walked Samson for me. Bless her heart. She was in the middle of an exam. Hey, Joanne. Running with scissors. Hi, sweetie. Anyway, he put him up in the room. Next thing I know, I called his urology because they're the ones supposed to be doing surgery on him on the 19th. And I said he's at the hospital now. They say his prostate is bleeding, and that's what they're needing the transfusion for. And she says, transfusion, let me get Dr. Given and the other doctor. And next thing I know, I got 3 specialists from urology in the hospital with him. Hi, Pete. And in the room. And they said to me, well, the bleeding stopped in the prostate. He says, I don't know what you did. I said, I haven't done anything but flushing, but this morning the blood coming out was almost black. So at that point, I lost it. I started crying. I said, I hope I didn't do anything wrong. And the doctor says to me, you were doing everything right. And he says, most people would have just taken him to the hospital. You were flushing him. You were doing a great job, which made me feel better. So right now, he's waiting. They are not going to release him tonight. Yes, she was a good girl. So right now, I am just so keyed. Bill, in case you want to know, I did get the baby camera today. I got a baby monitor, guys, so I can put it in the bedroom to keep an eye on him. And I can sit out here or work out here and still be able to see what's going on back there. Uh, he is so weak that he can't walk. He can't do anything practically on his own. When they gave him the blood transfusion, all of a sudden he perked up in his eye. They're still giving it to him. They may have to give him one more unit. But when I left there, his eyes were open. He was talking and joking with the nurse. And I went, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much." Um, but that's what's going on now. Tomorrow morning, I gotta be there at 6:30 in the morning. Hey, Jerry, I gotta be there at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm hoping Jerry. I said hi. Virginia, I said hi. Joanne, thank you, sweetie. Guys, he needs prayers. He needs prayers. They did a CAT scan on his brain because he collapsed. He wanted to make sure there was no blood clots or anything there. And there wasn't. It was clear. They had to do another COVID test on him, and they did that. Oh my God. Poor baby. He was crying. It hurt. And then he says it hurts, and they finished. He says, "What hurts?" And he says, "You stuck that up my nose." I'm not going to repeat what he said. And so they keep asking me if he's in pain, and he keeps telling them, "No, no pain, no pain." And she says to me, "That's amazing." I said, "No, it's not. God's helping him. God's working with him. He's got over 2,000 people praying for him. He's got an army. He's got a family. All right? They're praying for him. And with the cancer he's got, guys, he should be in pain. No ifs, ands, or buts. He should be in pain. But he's not. No pain whatsoever. Other than that, I think I touched everything. I don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. Since the bleeding has stopped, they want to make sure they're going to keep him overnight and check his catheter all night long, make sure no blood comes. If blood comes again, then they will go in and do a cystoscopy or something like that and cauterize all bleeders, and then go in on the 19th and take care of the prostate. Okay? So, anyway, that's all that's going on. I just want you guys to know I love you. Thank you for being our family. Thank you for being the support team I need and he needs. And believe me, when you guys leave comments on there, I read it to him. And he smiles. He can't believe how big this family is. I said, "Yeah, it's a big family. And they love you. And I love you." Okay? I love you guys so much. So I'm not going back to the hospital tonight. I haven't had any sleep for 2 days. This has been going on for 2 days. So what I am going to do is I've got to walk Samson. And I'm going to set up the baby monitor. So when he comes home, it's in place. And I can keep tabs on him. And it's got night vision. I can talk to him. He can talk to me. It hears a whisper. So because of his voice, you know how hoarse he is because of his cancer in his lungs. So if he just whispers, I can hear him. All we got to do now is wait for everything to happen tonight. They've done all kinds of scans. They did a CT scan. They did a CAT scan on his brain. They did a CT scan on his bladder. The COVID test, the blood work, they gave him blood transfusion. He's still in the middle of that. And they keep asking me, does he have any last wishes paperwork? And I said, yes, he does. I said, you're not to put any tube down his throat to keep him alive. So, nope, no ventilator. You forget it. He doesn't want it. They said to him, if your heart stops, what do you want us to do? He says, make it start. He said, make it start. He says, but no ventilator. Understand? And they looked at me and I said, do you understand his words? Yes, ma'am, we do. So they can do CPR, oxygen, or anything they need to do to start his heart. If they can't start his heart with all the things they can do, they're not to put him on a ventilator. But I understand what you're saying, Virginia. Anyway, so they try everything they can. If they can't get it, something happens overnight, they're to call me, and I will go straight up there. But they're not. No, no ventilator. He doesn't want to be stuck on a ventilator. Anyway, all prayers are definitely welcome. I love you guys so much. Yeah, I haven't been able to get a shower for almost 2 weeks because I can't leave his side. Hi, Jeffrey. I can't leave his side, you know. So, 24/7 care. Yes, I definitely need this time. I'm definitely going to rest here, sleep. I've got to give Samson his pills, give him his dinner. My granddaughter's coming back over. She's going to take that recliner out, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. My daughter insisted. I will call if I get it. I'm going to go to sleep, Bill. Please forgive me. There's nothing wrong with that recliner. Absolutely nothing wrong. But my daughter said it was old and he needed a new one, so she bought him a new one. Anyway, that's what's going on. All I can say is thank you so much for being there and listening to me and praying for Tom. Okay? I see 16 people in the room. I forgive you. All right. I gotta catch my breath. God bless. Thank you, Jerry. You guys are awesome. Big bear hugs, guys. Big bear hugs. I love each and every one of you. Okay? I love each and every one. Please be safe out there. I'll keep you up to date after I go in tomorrow and find out what's happening. Okay? I'm going to end this video. I'm going to, Jerry. I will, Jeffrey. All right? I'm going to go ahead, guys. This video ends. Thank you so much. This video is going to end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. God bless each and every one of you. Please be safe.